What's going on, royal family? Let me make sure my Bluetooth. What's going on, royal family? Let me make sure my Bluetooth is not on, y'all. Let me make sure it's not on. Welcome in, everyone. Y'all be sure to hit that screen when you come in, family. Be sure to like the video, like the live. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I was just waiting for some people to get into the building. Let me get this tapped on the screen. But today's title, family, is The Enemy Kept Applying Pressure Until the Pressure Stopped Working. Okay? Because see, the enemy didn't stop pressing you. That pressure just stopped producing the version of you they've been expecting. That's how you know you've grown. You've come a long ways from who you used to be. Okay, welcome in, family. Be sure to hit that like button when y'all come in, okay? Because, see, some of you think you're under attack because you're doing something wrong. But what if you're under pressure because you're doing something right? The enemy isn't always checking to see if you'll fail, okay? They're not always checking to see if you'll fail. Sometimes the pressure is testing whether you'll go back to the person y'all already delivered you from. And this time you didn't. Although you could have, you didn't, family. So I'm here to give you some words of encouragement, to let you know to keep going, because I know that pressure is being applied and it's getting hard sometimes to show up, but you almost there, okay? You at the finish line. You've come too far to go back to where you came from. So today I want to read Psalms 71, family. Y'all be sure to hit that like button when you come in, family, and grab your heart me. Okay, so I'm gonna read Psalm 71. Okay, so it says, in thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me and save me. Okay, so Yah isn't someone that you run to once. Okay, he's not someone that you run to once. He's the place that you have to keep returning to, family. You got to keep returning to the Most High. Okay, because he's going to be there regardless. He is going to be there regardless. Okay, peace is what you're going to find in his presence. He's going to give you a peace like never before. A peace that you can't go get off the shelf at Walmart. Okay, so yeah, I just want to encourage y'all to keep returning to him. Okay, keep returning to him when life gets heavy. All right, your refuge doesn't change with your circumstances. He's still there for you. Okay, and he wants to take on that heavy load. It's not for you to carry for yourself. Thank you for liking the live, Janine. Okay, so strength comes from staying close to Yah. You gotta stay in the spiritual realm, family. You gotta stay in the spirit. You can't be in the flesh, because it's a lot easier to go back to the old you if you are in your flesh. Okay, so I'm gonna keep reading. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress. Deliver me, oh my God, out of the hand of the wicked. Okay, so this prayer is crying out for deliverance. You wanting the Most High to deliver you out of the hand of the wicked. Okay, because at this moment you may be surrounded by some wicked individuals, some people that may have appeared to have good intentions towards you, but the mask fell off and you realize who they are, who they truly are. Hey, welcome in, sis. Welcome in. Okay, so I want to read this, and if y'all see me looking up, I'm looking over at my computer, family. Okay, so when you look back over your life, you'll see Yah has been carrying you longer than you realize. How many times has he delivered us out of situations, out of circumstances, right? How many times has he revealed people to us that didn't have any good intentions? Okay, he sustained you through those seasons you thought that you would break, but you still here. Okay, his faithfulness, it didn't start today. It's always been there. It's always been there. Every trial became another testimony. Okay, now you got a whole suitcase of testimonies. And so you know that God is faithful. You know that he continues to show up. Okay, so you're still standing because he's been the one to uphold you. He's been the one. Okay, and I do have a question. Can anybody testify that Yah brought you through something you never thought you'd survive? Can anybody testify? I know it's somebody in this room that has gone through something. You probably thought that you was gonna die in that situation. You know, you probably didn't think that you was gonna make it out, but God brought you out of it. Okay, with his glory. Because if it was left to your enemies, yeah, they would have took you out because they don't want to see you. They don't want to see you thrive. They don't want to see you breathing. They don't want to see you living. You know, but God has been a shield around you. He's been protecting you from people that have had bad intentions towards you. Okay, so I'm gonna continue reading, y'all. This says, oh, where was I at? Deliver me, oh my God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man. For thou art my hope, oh my Lord God. Thou art my trust from my youth. By thee have I been holden up from the womb. Thou art he that took me out of my mother's bowels. My praise shall be continually of thee. Okay, so God has been there. Like he told you, he knew you before you came out of your mother's womb. He already knows who you are. He already knows what you're capable of. So don't be fooled by the world. Don't be fooled by people that like to say things to discourage you. You got to know who you are, and you got to walk like you know who you are and walk in your purpose. Okay, because God has a purpose for you. If you woke up this morning with breath in your air, you walking around, you got purpose. You got an assignment on your life. Good morning. Welcome in, family. Welcome in. Okay. So let me finish reading, y'all. I'm reading Psalm 71. This is verse 7. I am as a wonder unto many, but thou art my strong refuge. So it's people that's been looking at you like, how are you still standing? Like, how have you not just, dropped? Because you've gone through so much. You've had a lot on your plate, and you're able to handle a lot. People are still just looking at you and wonder, like, who is this person? Like, how is it that you still able to stand, but your refuge is the Most High? He's the one that's been giving you the strength to do so. Let my mouth be filled with thy praise and with thy honor all the day. Okay, so let your mouth continue to praise the Most High. Okay, especially through all the things that he's delivered you from and the things that's to come, because a lot of us may be in certain situations at the moment where you're praying for deliverance. You tired, you tired. You become numb to whatever situation you in, and you over it, right? You over it, and you've been waiting for deliverance, but continue to wait. Don't walk away, meaning don't go back to the old you. I don't know if y'all been to the train station or the Metro Link, but like here in St. Louis, we got the Metro Link, and the trains, they come, I think, like every 15 minutes. But if you walk away because you impatient, you could miss the train, and then you're going to have to wait again. You're going to have to start all over, and then you got to wait another 15 minutes because you could have got the train, but you missed it because you was impatient, and then you decided to go back. But don't go back. And a lot of times God will allow this pressure to be applied to us, right? And that's what's happening right now. The enemy threw everything out of the book bag that he got. He throwing everything at you, right? But I'm telling you, we catching them darts. We catching them. We smooth with it now. We didn't got so smooth with it. We already know what they plotting before they even come at you. We know the words that's going to come out their mouth, right? So God is giving you strategy on how to deal with the enemy so that you're not shaken by it. And yeah, it may be some things, where it's out of your control. But even then, you got to still rely on the Most High. He is your source, not man, not woman. The Most High is your source. And that's the thing. The enemy want to bring you to your knees so that you can worship them, so that you can surrender to the enemy. But no, God is our source. He's going to provide. He's been providing. You ain't missed a meal. Okay? So don't let the enemy get you shooken up to where, thank you for the rose, Alexandra. So don't let the enemy shake you up out of your position. Okay? Because I know it can be hard. It is hard sometimes, to stay focused, because the enemy is still trying to attack you. But you gotta stay focused. You know how them horses had those blinders on. I don't know if y'all seen the horses, but I know like downtown St. Louis, they had the horses with the blinders on, so that they don't get distracted by what's on the side of them. Because whoever is riding on that carriage, if that horse gets distracted by what's on the side of them, he might take them somewhere they don't want to be. I'm just being honest. But if that horse is focused, then he going where the target is, right? And that's what we got to do. We got to stay focused. We got to keep our eyes on the source, on the Most High, and listen to his voice. You got to stand still and listen. Thank you, family, for thank you, Alexandra. I appreciate the roses. But you got to continue to listen to his voice, and sometimes that takes you closing out all the distractions, turning off the TV, canceling plans or whatever, just to make time for the Most High, and I know it's not always easy because shoot, I'm a mother of 5, so it's always busy, it's always loud, but I make sure even if I have to go at night and just put something on so it brings me closer to the Most High. I have to listen to the word. And that's what you got to do to strengthen your spirit. You're here for a reason. Okay. God chose you. He chose you. Everybody else didn't want to take it on. Okay. But he knew that you were strong enough. He knew that you would be the one to say, we breaking these curses up off of our bloodlines. We not going back to our old ways. Okay. Thank you, Lashes and Lows. What's going on, sis? Thank you for the heart puff. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna keep reading, y'all. Cast me not off in the time of old age. Forsake me not when my strength faileth. For mine enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together. So see, your enemies, they've been waiting. They plotting all the time. Okay, it's as if they have nothing better to do because they miserable. They miserable people. Okay, and they plotting to take your soul. They plot together to take you out. And it's people that you would least expect. People that's close to you. People that you hold near and dear that's been looking to try to take you out. But God has been protecting you. And again, God has been exposing these people to you. It don't feel good. It don't feel good. It probably didn't feel good once you realize who they were, because you like, dang, like, we're supposed to be blood. We're supposed to be family. We're supposed to be friends. It's people that's close to you, but that's how the enemy works. He has to get within your camp. He got to get close enough to learn what your weaknesses are. Y'all remember the story of, was it Samuel? I think it was Samuel or Solomon, where the girl, the woman he liked, she kept asking him his secrets, with his hair, because his dreads was long. And she kept asking him the secrets, of his strength or whatever, right? Like how he was so strong. She was like, tell me what your strength was. And what he was laying down, I believe she was rubbing his head. And he kept lying to her, right? But he finally gave in and told her that his strength, where his strength was coming from, that his mom from the womb, like when she gave birth to him, she dedicated him to the Most High. And like if he cut his dreads off, it would take his strength from him. And what happened? She ended up cutting his dreads off when he was asleep, and called the men in, and they took him and imprisoned him, right? And took his strength from him. So it just goes to say, I'm just using it as an example. Like it's people out here that you may even be attracted to, that don't always mean well to you. And they could be smooth with their words. They words could be smooth as butter, but they don't mean you any well. They don't mean you any good. They actually coming because the enemy sent them to take you out, to apply that pressure to your life. So we gotta, it's a must that we have discernment in this hour to know who we are surrounded by. We gotta know who's within our circle, who's within our camp, because the enemy's still out here plotting, but again, they getting mad because they exposed, they naked now. So you could see them and they mad because they used to be able to hide, but they can't hide like they used to. Because like I said, God has given us a strategy to see these people because he wants us to see them, because their judgment is here. The time is up. Time is here for judgment for these people. Okay. So this is Psalm 71, verse 11. It says, saying, God hath forsaken him, persecute and take him, for there is none to deliver him. O God, be not far from me. Oh my God, make haste for my help. We need you, God. Come help us now. Okay. We need you right now. Let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek my hurt. Okay. So people that's seeking to hurt you, you want the Most High to deal with these people, right? This says, let them be confounded and consumed, right? Because they trying to hurt you, and all you do is try to help these people. You try to do good to people, but unfortunately, it's people out here that's just spiteful. They bitter. They vengeful. They mad because you got a smile on your face. They mad because you thankful God woke you up this morning. And so they want you bitter like them. They want you miserable like them when you didn't do anything to these people. So that's why they continue to apply this pressure to you. That's why they continue to distract you. That they continue to try to pull you back into that pit because they don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you walking in your purpose because you have a big assignment that's attached to a lot of people. Once you wake up and open your mouth up and do what it is that God is asking you to do, and usually that's through your gifts, through your talents, use it for his glory. But once you do that, it touches people, okay? It wakes up those that are asleep. It's going to wake them up for them to step into that light, into purpose. And the enemy don't want that. He knows that you're powerful. He knows that you're strong. Why do you think it takes a gang of them to come up against you? That's why it takes so many of them to come up against little old you. It's always 2, 3, 4, 5, a gang of them to come up against you because you're strong. You can stand by yourself, but they can't. They can't come up against you one-on-one, because they know who you backed by. They know who your power is. Okay. So I'm going to finish reading. It says, but I will hope continually and will yet praise thee more and more. Okay. So we still not giving up on God. We still going to praise him. We still going to praise him. Even though your circumstances may not have changed just yet, we still going to give him the praise and the glory because we know he going to do it. So that's why you got to thank him. Thank you for delivering me, Father. Thank you for showing up. You got to thank him. Give him gratitude for the things that he has blessed you with, because he is going to do it for you. My mouth shall shew forth thy righteousness and thy salvation all the day. For I know not the numbers thereof. I will go in the strength of the Lord God. I will make mention of thy righteousness, even of thine only. O God, thou hast taught me from my youth, and hereunto have I declared thy wondrous works. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading the KJV version. I probably should have got the NIV, but yeah, I'm reading the KJV, so bear with me, y'all. Now also, when I am old and gray-headed, O God, forsake me not until I have shewed thy strength unto this generation, and thy power to everyone that is to come. So even in this prayer, it's saying, don't put me away. Don't put me to shame. Let me show my strength unto this generation. Let me show my purpose of why I was here. Let me overcome my enemies and any obstacles that's thrown in my path, right? Thy righteousness also, O Yahuwah, is very high. who has done great things. O God, who is like unto thee? Who do you know that you can compare it to God? There is no one on this earth that you can compare it to him. Nobody. And if it is, please let me know, because I know it's nobody out there. Thou which hast showed me great and sore troubles shall quicken me again, and shall bring me up again from the depths of the earth. Okay, so you might be down right now. You may not be in the best place of your life. Okay, but God is going to restore you. Just know that he's going to give everything back to you that the cankerworm has stolen, that they've eaten up, right? I don't know if y'all ever see cabbage. I don't know if y'all garden or not, but you know, when you see cabbage, a lot of times you get the worms, they'll eat up your cabbage, and it'll be holes all in your cabbage, you know, to where you throw it away. But just imagine, like, God said he is going to restore. So don't worry about what you lost, because you're going to get that back and some sevenfold. Okay. It's going to come back multiplied. A lot of these people thought they was doing something, trying to silence you, right? They've been trying to silence your voice for so long, and they thought they did it. They thought they completed the mission, right? Because you may have gone silent for a moment, but that didn't mean you were surrendering. You were surrendering to the Most High. But that doesn't mean that you were giving in to their plot, right? To their schemes. You just had to step away for a moment. You had to go spend some time with your Heavenly Father, right? And through that, he showed you the blueprint. He gave you the strategy on how to move, how to pivot around these people, you know, with these wicked hearts, with these wicked intentions towards you. Okay. So, I don't remember where I was at. I think I'm at Psalm 71, verse 21. Thou shalt increase my greatness and comfort me on every side. So he's going to comfort you on every side. You don't have to worry. Don't worry about any plots and schemes the enemy may have. I will also praise thee with the psaltery, even thy truth. O my God, unto thee will I sing with the harp, O thou Holy One of Israel. Okay, so it's going to come a moment where you ain't going to have a choice but to give him the praise. I know a lot of us, when we going through it, what do? We pray, we put on some praise and worship music. And a lot of times that's what you got to do, family. You don't let the enemy take you out. Don't let the enemy keep you down. It's not to say that you're going to get up every morning happy, wanting to serve, because you may not even have the words or the energy to open your mouth. And a lot of times that's what the enemy does. He wants you to keep your mouth closed. You know, he wants your mouth to be so heavy to where you don't even want to open your mouth up. You just cry. But that's okay. Cry it out. But still make some time for the Most High. And through that, just ask him to give you strength. Say, y'all, give me strength. I don't even want to talk to you right now. I don't even have the strength to go forward. But I know through you, I can do all things. And he's going to give you that strength. How do you think I show up? Because it's not easy for me. It's not easy for me. You know, I was excited for a moment because I'm like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm at the finish line. But the enemy like, not so fast, not so quick. You know, the enemy's still plotting. But even if you fall, get back up. You know, because at the end of the day, it's strengthening you. Miss Renee, welcome in. Hold your head up, love. I'm going through it. Hold your head up. I know look, that pressure is being applied, and it's no joke, okay? But this is the ultimate test, okay? Because God need to see if you the real deal. If you fool's gold, or if you the real deal. You know, are you going to run back to your old ways, or are you committed to him and only him? That's what this pressure is for. Okay, it's to test your character. It's to strengthen you on all ends, on all edges. Okay? And just know that God loves you. He is watching you. He knows, he sees you enduring. He's not just allowing this just because. It's not done in vain. You are going to be rewarded for this, and you're not even going to remember this I'm telling you, the reward is going to be so big, so heavy. You're not going to remember all these trials and tribulations you had to go through. Okay. So it says, my lips shall greatly rejoice when I sing unto thee, in my soul, which thou hast redeemed. My tongue also shall talk of thy righteousness all the day long, for they are confounded, for they are brought into shame that seek my hurt. Okay, so those that seek your hurt, those that keep trying to take you out, they just are like obsessed with you. They won't stop. God is saying they're going to be brought to shame. Okay? In front of the whole entire congregation, these people are going to be brought to shame. People are going to see them for who they are. Because a lot of times, these people, these witches, these warlocks, these narcissists, they like to hide behind a mask because, to be honest, they cowards. They too cowardly to come to you and tell you how they truly feel about you. You know, and so they do it with intentions that they sneaky about it, right? They want to go around you with it. They don't come at you straightforward. You know, they come at you with angles rather than just be real with you. You know, rather than just leave you alone. They get pleasure out of trying to take you out. They get pleasure out of trying to take you down. And it's sad. It's wicked because that's the thing. They have an assignment on their life. They had an assignment on their life just as well. But instead, they chose to continue to try to consume you, continue to try to take you out and cause grief and you know, grief and sadness and misery in your life. But you've overcame those obstacles. You still wake up with joy. And that's why the enemy is mad. And look, keep making them mad. Keep showing up. Keep doing what you got to do and fight through them tears. I know it don't always look good, but show up anyway. You know, look, you driving, you don't want to go, but get up and go anyway. You cry in the car and wipe them tears and get up and go. And a lot of times that's how you know when you're really being built up, when you're being strengthened, is when you're able to move through those hard times, even through the tears, even through the sadness, and not just stay stagnant, not just stay stuck. That's what really pisses the enemy off. Because they like, dang, you know, and even now you putting them to shame because they thought that this was it for you. They thought it was over. They thought you was done, you know. They thought it was over, but they turned their back and you got back up, you know, and now your enemies are being dealt with. They being put to shame. Okay. Vengeance is here. Karma is here for these people, you know, and that's the thing. God has been long suffering. You've been long suffering with a lot of these people, you know, but they still chose to do you wrong. They still chose to mistreat you. And they out of excuses. Ain't no reason. A lot of these people had some childhood trauma that they didn't want to face, you know, that they didn't want to deal with. So instead, they grew up taking it out on everybody else when you weren't the one. A lot of times these people got problems with others, you know, someone that did them wrong, but they won't confront that person. Instead, they gonna take it out on you and make your life miserable hell. You know, they want to take it out on you. And so you can feel what they feeling. So you can be bitter like them. But no, that's not for you. That's not for you to carry. They have to give it over to the Most High. You know, and a lot of you may have been placed in people's lives to try to encourage them to give it over to the Most High. But they didn't want to listen to you. You know, they didn't want to hear what you had to say. Because that's just it. They were sent on an assignment to try to take you out. But you still here. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time to be alive, you know, because now you're realizing who you truly are in the spiritual realm. They didn't realize that they was messing with a top rank individual, but they soon will realize who you are. Welcome in, Jersey One. Welcome in, Royal Family. Welcome in. But yeah, these people, they gonna soon realize who you were, and it's gonna be a regret for a lot of these people. They're gonna be embarrassed and put to shame. Okay, thus says the Most High. The Most High tells you they're going to be put to shame. They're going to be embarrassed because they didn't realize who they were messing with. And that's the thing. A lot of these people thought that they could just get away with it. They thought that it wouldn't be no type of consequences for coming up against a chosen one. But that's a lie. The devil is a lie. It's going to be heavy because you are the apple of the Most High. You are the apple of his eye. He told them, basically you a touch not. That they were wrong for touching you. Okay? But at the end of the day, you survived it. And God is using it for his glory. He's using it he's using it for his glory. Okay? To wake up those that are still asleep so that they can step into greatness, so that they can step into who they were meant to be on this earth. There's been a lot of people that's just been around here trying to hold you back from your destiny. I know y'all have heard about destiny swapping. A lot of that. It's been heavy, in the spiritual realm. But your destiny is being given back to you. How about that? It wasn't, I can't really say it was taken from you. It was just delayed. It was delayed because there was a lot of hurdles that you had to get over, that you had to go through to get to it. So as long as you stay attached to the Most High, you keep him first in everything that you do, he's gonna provide the guidance and the directions that you need. Okay, Deuteronomy tells you about the blessings and the curses if we choose to serve him. And we already know who's the winning team. So continue to serve the Most High. Continue to show up for him no matter what. Even if you're feeling down, sometimes you gotta take a break. But I'm telling you, once you cry it out. Once you get your break, get back to it. Because somebody is waiting to hear your voice. Somebody is waiting to hear your testimony. Okay? You are important. You are needed. You are loved. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Okay? And don't let nobody tell you anything less. Okay? You are the wealth transfer. Just know that. And that's the thing. These people did not want you to know that. They wanted you to walk around with your head low, to walk around feeling like crap, basically. Because that's truly how they felt inside. A lot of these people were projecting how they felt within onto you. But that's not for you to carry. A lot of these people, they truly just, they don't love anybody. They don't even love themselves because they don't love the Most High. How can you love anybody if you don't have a relationship with the Most High? He is the creator of all things, so you got to have that relationship with him. And that way you can lean into his voice and know what it is, how you supposed to carry yourself, because you got the fruit of the spirit, meekness, long suffering, all of these things that he is requiring of us as ambassadors for the kingdom of the Most High. It's a certain posture that we got to stand in, and again, I'm thankful because he's given us discernment and basically he gave us the blueprint. So you now can see people for who they are. But unfortunately, it's still people out here that's wolves, so you have to stay close to the Most High so that you can see these people for who they are, so that he can reveal who these people are and what their true intentions are through discernment. All right, well, I'm not gonna keep y'all long, family. I said I wasn't finna be long today, but I did want to come on, so I'm glad I did, and it's so good to see all of y'all. If you missed the live, I do upload these onto on YT, so be sure to follow me over there. I'm also on Instagram. Thank you for the follow, Miss Renee. And keep your head up, family. Keep your head up, royal family. Y'all got to keep going, keep showing up. Okay, I'm telling you, that's what's making the enemy mad, when you able to wipe them tears and keep running that marathon. Okay, wipe them and keep going. I'm telling you, it make them so mad. They get so mad and frustrated because right when they think they got you, you get back up. And that's what it's all about. Don't stop. Keep going. Okay, because it's people waiting for you to get up, for you to get that strength so that you can show up and open up your mouth and tell your testimony and so that they can have that blueprint and they know that they can do it just as well because you did it, because God delivered you. He's using you for his glory. That's what he wants to do. He wants to use you for his glory. He wants to clean you up, shine you up, and use you for his glory. That's what he wants to do. Just be willing to allow him to do that for you. You got to be willing. You got to be willing to give him the keys and let him drive. And don't be trying to be the co-pilot. Let him drive. All right, family. I'm out of here. It's so good to see all of y'all. I hope y'all have a good weekend. I will be live Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Sometimes I'm on at 1:30, y'all. Please check my my profile. I put it on my in my thoughts. If I'm running behind or if I'm not going to be live. But like I said, I'm also on YT and I'm on Instagram. So check me out, family. Thank y'all so much for all y'all love and support on my page. I truly do appreciate y'all. And I truly do think this is an amazing time to be alive, family, because we are seeing some things we have never seen before. And we are truly stepping into glory. This is truly some times that our ancestors prayed to see. The veil is being removed. And I'm telling you, like, it amazes me. Every day I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just thank the Most High, because we are out of that deep sleep that we were once in, and people are just being exposed, and it's nothing like them being exposed, but you being able to see them for who they truly are, for you being able to see through the mask, and you can't fool me no more. I know who you are. And see, that's what makes them so mad. But again, y'all, it's beautiful. Don't hold your head down. Hold your head up. Okay. Crowns up, royal family. I will talk to y'all soon. Most High willing. See y'all later. All right.